Hey, what's up? Happy New Year! In today's video, I'm going to talk about the most exciting Apple products for 2025. So if you are excited, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel, let's get started. So, 2025 has already started and we are going to get so many exciting products and I want to compile them together with all the rumors that we know so far. So, starting off with the easiest ones, the iPhone SE. I do believe that the iPhone SE is going to be released in 2025. According to rumors, we are getting a complete redesign for the iPhone SE in a long time. This is going to be an iPhone 14-like design, but with a single camera. No ultra-wide lens. This is going to be a 40 megapixel single camera that is going to shoot 40 megapixel shots and it's going to have Apple Intelligence support. Aluminum sides, glass on the front and the back, and it's going to have smaller bezels. No more home button design, no more of the iPhone 8, iPhone SE-like design. So, if you are excited to buy a new, cheap iPhone, it's going to be the cheapest iPhone available, then the iPhone SE is going to be a great choice for you. So, keep in mind that the iPhone SE is the iPhone that sells at that 450 magic price point. If you are excited to buy a cheap iPhone, then right now, wait a bit more, or watch my other older video talking about the best iPhones to buy in 2025. But if you are willing to buy a new iPhone and you can only spend $400, wait for the iPhone SE. This is going to be the 4th generation of the iPhone SE and it's coming with it big changes. Finally, we are going to get a decent, cheap iPhone from Apple. Of course, this is also going to feature the A18 chip, so expect Apple Intelligence to be available on the iPhone SE, 4th generation. So, the first Apple product we are probably going to get is going to be the iPhone SE, and I'm so excited. As for the timeline of the release of this product, I expect it to be released around the March event. So, expect a March event, or at least a March week of releases and a press release regarding the iPhone SE 4th generation. Together with the iPhone SE, we're also going to get the M4 MacBook Air. Yes, the M4 MacBook Air, a computer that we have been expecting for a long time. In the other generations with the M2 and the M3, Apple released this computer on June on WWDC. But I think if they're going to launch an iPhone SE 4th generation, a complete redesign, they're probably going to do it on March or April in the mid-iPhone 16 season. And so I think they're going to release also the M4 MacBook Air in the same event. Expect also this computer to be the same design as the M3 or the M2, so the same MacBook Air design we are used to, a very thin design with very thin borders on the display. Of course, we are also going to keep the notch, the keyboard is going to be the same, the trackpad is going to be the same, the speakers are going to be the same. I'm not sure if we are getting more USB-C ports because obviously the M4 now supports 3 USB-C ports instead of the 2 present on the MacBook Air. It would be pretty cool if Apple could add up another USB-C port. But let's see what happens. Currently, the M3 MacBook Air, I think is not a good buy. I think that the M2 is the cheapest MacBook Air you can get, and it's worth it, while the M3 is a bit more expensive than that, and because we are so close for the M4 MacBook Air, waiting for that computer should be your best bet. This is going to be a complete game changer for the baseline MacBook Airs. Because the M4 chip is not just more powerful, but it's also more efficient with a lot better GPUs. So expect the M4 MacBook Air to completely destroy the baseline computer market. Is going to be a complete success. I also expect Apple to release both computers at the same time, the 13 and the 15-inch. So yes, maybe that 15-inch MacBook Air with the M4 chip should be a crazy deal. So excited to see what Apple does on this March to April timeline with the iPhone SE and the M4 MacBook Airs. According to rumors, we should also expect a new iPad Air. Yes, we already got the M4 iPad Pros, but according to Mac rumors, a new M3, maybe M3, iPad Air should be in the timeline. And of course, a new iPad 10th generation. So expect some new iPads to be released in 2025. I wouldn't expect a big upgrade to the iPad Air. Maybe it's going to get the old iPad Pro design. Still not sure though. No 120Hz, the M3 chip, not the M4. The M4 chip is reserved only for the iPad Pros, but getting the M3 chip, getting the same design for $600, the iPad Air might be a good deal. As for the iPad mini, it's already been released late of 2024, so don't expect any type of release of the iPad mini next year. As for the cheapest iPad, the iPad, I'm expecting a new release this year because Apple hasn't upgraded that iPad in 1 year and a half. It's been a while since Apple upgraded this iPad and it's their best seller. So I'm expecting a new iPad, maybe on the iPhone 17 event or not. Talking about iPhone 17, yes, this is going to be the biggest and baddest Apple product this year. The iPhone 17 might sound like a boring product, but trust me, it isn't. We are getting a complete redesign for the back of the iPhone. The iPhone 17, 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max are expected to have a complete new camera arrangement. So instead of having the traditional 3-camera stove on the back, we are getting a Google Pixel 9-like camera design in the back. So expect all the cameras to be laid up on the horizontal position, occupying almost all the back of the phone. This would be controversial to say the least, because Google has been doing this since the Google Pixel 6 or 7, I think, and it's a cool design, I might say. But it's not like Apple to follow other companies' design steps. They normally want to create their own and very iconic design. And I'm not sure if Apple's going to obey this rule or if they're going to out of the norm and actually copy something good from other companies. I'm not sure. But if they do end up doing this, oh my god, it's going to be a big change. And I do believe that whenever Apple does these big changes to the iPhone, lots of people buy it because they want to know they have the newest and shiniest iPhone, and because from the back, everyone will know they have the new iPhone 17. But this also could mean that we're going to have even bigger and better cameras than before. So bigger sensors, better zoom lenses, better ultra-wide cameras, and of course better video. So I'm super hopeful that these new iPhone 17s come with big camera upgrades. Because if you are getting a big camera design, what would be the reason to do so? Am I right? As for the rest of the iPhone, I'm not sure if Apple's going to change anything else. Maybe they are going to keep the same titanium design, but rumors are still very in the dark about this. It's still not confirmed, this is just rumors, so take all of these news with a pinch of salt. But, of course, these are very interesting. Have you noticed that I haven't talked about the iPhone 17 Plus, right? Well, because according to rumors, Apple is going to kill the iPhone 17 Plus this year, and they're going to replace it with an iPhone 17 Air. So, according to rumors, Apple is preparing a new iPhone to sit between the iPhone 17, the iPhone 17 Pro, and maybe between the lowest tier of the iPhone 17 Pro Max. So, it's going to be an iPhone costing around $1,000 to $1,100, and this iPhone is going to feature the thinnest body ever on an iPhone. It's going to be so thin, like 6mm thin. It's going to be ridiculously thin. But it's going only to have one camera on the back, and is going to compromise on some things like the battery life or the performance to achieve this thickness. But according to rumors, this could be the iPhone 17 Air. So a thinner iPhone where users can compromise on the battery, the performance, but they will get a huge display with a very thin body. I think this is inspired on the iPad Pro's design. Lots of people, myself included, have given compliments to the iPad Pro's new design trend. It's thinner, more comfortable to use, and plain better to have and to carry around. While the iPhone, definitely the iPhone 16 Pro Max, they are getting too heavy, too big, too bulky. And Apple needs to make a decision. Do they make smaller phones? Do they make bigger phones? Do they make thinner iPhones? And I think they've tried out all the things. They tried out the iPhone 13 mini and 12 mini. They've tried out the iPhone 14 Plus, 15 Plus, and now the iPhone 16 Plus. And none of these recipes has worked out. So what's their third recipe? Well, make it thinner. And maybe this will work out, because Apple has been trying to find the perfect recipe, the perfect solution for the fourth model of the iPhone lineup. Currently, the iPhone 16 sells well, the iPhone 16 Pro sells well, the iPhone 16 Pro Max sells really well. But the iPhone 16 Plus, it's in that very awkward place that it ends up selling very poorly, no one cares about it, and it's not a good deal. So I think that this is a new try from Apple. I think it will be some fresh air in the iPhone lineup. Will I buy it? No, I don't think a $1,000 iPhone that is simply thinner and it has a worse camera, probably compromised characteristics and features, should be a good deal. For me, because I love my Pro Max phone. But if you don't want a big, bulky iPhone, you want a big display, don't get me wrong, you want a 6.5, 6.7 inch display. But you don't want to get that bulky, thick design like the iPhone 16 Plus and 16 Pro Max, then maybe this iPhone 17 Air will be the answer. But still, I'm very skeptical. You should also be. It's just a rumor, nothing is confirmed. We are too early in the iPhone 17 life cycle to have anything confirmed, or at least credible news. So this is just speculation. This is just me speculating around rumors. So yeah, this is what I'm excited for the iPhone 17 lineup this year. As for some honorable mentions, I would say Apple Vision Pro or some type of Apple Vision Pro upgrade. I haven't gotten yet Apple Vision Pro in my country. I'm from Portugal. I can go into Spain, which is quite close, and get it, but I don't see why. It's too expensive. It's like $4,000, $4,500 here in my country. Too expensive. I want to see a cheaper version of the Apple Vision Pro. I want to see Apple venture into the Apple Vision lineup and create something new, innovate in this space. Spatial computing is actually very, very exciting. I've been taking lots of spatial video since I bought the iPhone 15 Pro Max and now with my iPhone 16 Pro Max, and I'm so excited to watch it on my Apple Vision device. But currently, the Apple Vision Pro is completely out of hand. It's too expensive. It's still a first-gen product. I want to see more. I want to see Apple innovate in this space. So I'm very, very excited to see what Apple does on WWDC of 2025, if they talked about the Apple Vision Pro future or not, and if during this year they will release something new. I'm super, super excited. As for some wildcards, according to Mac rumors, Apple is also working on some center hub for your home with a display. So imagine an HomePod fused together with an iPad. Kind of weird, right? But according to Mac rumors, Apple is working on it. Some Google Nest Home device that will be able to control your Apple devices, your Apple Home devices. And yeah, will it sell well? I don't know. I have an HomePod Mini and I love it. But what other devices do I have that are implemented on my Apple Home device account? Not that many. And I think lots of people are like myself. So will it sell good? Maybe, maybe not. One thing that I'd like to see upgraded this year, no rumors so far, I've been talking about it, is the Apple TV. I think an Apple TV is a very, very underrated product, and having an Apple TV with an A18 Pro or even an M chip, an M4 chip, for example, would be so cool. I like to use the Apple TV to watch movies, to watch TV shows, to even play some cool games, watch my photos on my TV, to share my screen with my iPhone, from my iPhone to my TV, share my screen from my computer to my TV, watch movies with the AirPods Max. All of these is being enabled by my Apple TV. I have, I think, 2 generations ago, the Apple TV, and I still love it. I love the new Siri remote. USB-C is incredible, but I would like to see something new, more powerful maybe, that can handle more games. Maybe right now, Apple could put AAA game titles with the M4 chip on the Apple TV. If you have seen the M4 chip Mac Mini compared to the Apple TV, you know what I'm asking for. Make an Apple TV that does not have internal fans, put an M4 chip in there, and you can do it. I'm pretty much sure you can. And maybe enable triple game titles from the App Store like Assassin's Creed or even Call of Duty to be playable there with a remote. Then you would create the perfect console with a very, very small box. That's just an idea, Apple, but go ahead and do it. To finish up 2025, I think Apple's going to release 2 Pro computers, the Mac Pro and the Mac Studio. They're both going to feature the M4 Max and M4 Ultra chips. The Mac Studio is an interesting product because Apple skipped the M3 generation. They only have the M2 Ultra and the M2 Max present on the Mac Studio. And currently, it's a very, very bad deal. Don't buy the Mac Studio, neither the Mac Pro. So I'm excited to see what Apple does with this new generation M4 Ultra chip. Because if you don't know, currently, the M4 Mac chip does not feature the same dies as the M2 Max did to perform a fusion layer, that Apple likes to call it, for the M2 Ultra. So this new M4 Ultra is going to be based on a new technology. So I'm so excited to see what Apple does. Maybe they fuse together again 2 M4 Max chips and you get an insane performance with the M4 Ultra, or they're going to try something new, make even bigger chips maybe, not sure, but it's going to be a powerhouse. The M4 Max already is a beast, and putting into the Mac Studio or even an M4 Ultra Mac Studio is going to be so exciting. As for the Mac Pro, what can I say? Every time that Apple releases a Mac Pro is a failure. It's so weird. The Mac Pro is a very, very weird product. It serves so little people and Apple spends so much R&D on that computer. But they know what they are doing, so I'm expecting an M4 Ultra Mac Pro, an M4 Max and M4 Ultra Mac Studio. Those 2 are definitely coming this year. As for non-Apple products, some that I'm excited for is the Samsung S25 Ultra. It will probably come out in the next couple of months, maybe February. I'm so excited to try it out. Every year I try the S25 Ultra and I love it, so I'm so excited to try it out this year. The S24 Ultra was an amazing, amazing smartphone. It was my favorite non-Apple smartphone of the year, of 2024, so I'm so excited to see what Samsung does with the S25 Ultra and to try it out again in 2025. Every year is a tradition. I like to try out Android flagships, and this year is going to be no different. So if you are excited, drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel. And this has been it. I hope you guys have an incredible 2025. I hope I can reach my goals in this channel. I hope I can grow, keep growing, keep helping you out, guys. And yeah, this has been lots of work. The channel is now 4 years old. Oh my God, it's hard to believe that my journey started 4 years ago. 2020 was 4 years ago, guys. So crazy. But yeah, that's life. It goes on, does not stop. And the only thing you can do is enjoy it. Thank you guys for watching. Drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.